Yo, so Hasan got himself in trouble. And take a look at the video.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. So,
I'm sorry for laughing, but even after watching that first clip, I personally really did not care. I really did not. It went in one ear and it went out the other. But I decided to scroll some more, and this is the second video I came across where he decided to go into more detail of what he meant.
No. Social battery wise, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay. I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point. Like, there are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like, if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery and you just tap out after it. Yeah, think about it this way. Like, you give presentations for your job, right? Imagine giving a presentation for 9 hours straight. It's like, after a while, you would be like, I don't want to talk ever again. No.
And I'll be honest with you, I still really do not care. And I don't care for the reasons most of you guys care about. I don't care for a completely different reason. I'm not a big streamer on Hasan's level at all. I'm not even nowhere close. In fact, I probably only average 1 to 0 viewers on my streams. And what that basically means is, I don't know what it's like to be a streamer on Hasan's level. That basically means I do not know what he mentally and or physically has to deal with. And neither the majority of y'all. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't know why we have to be in the comments and be so vitriol about what the hell he's saying, when none of us even knows what the he even feels or what it even feels like to be in that position. None of us have to be a streamer where we have to constantly deal with harassment and or people stalking our location and or sending death threats or always trying to battle us or one up us or trying to become famous off of us. We just have to go to work. And obviously, when I say I know there's obviously more to it, because listen, I'm one of y'all. I have to deal with the same bullshit you guys have to deal with at work, but we don't have to deal with the constant badger unless you're in a job where you have to constantly kiss ass and socialize with customers 24/7, for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. Me, I'm salaried, so I work more than just 10 hours a day. But unless you have to actually deal with that for that long and you have to deal with death threats and stuff like that, you guys really can't relate and or understand what it's like to be in his position. You know what I mean? All you guys really do know is what your lane looks like, and your lane is challenging in and of itself. Maybe you live check to check. Maybe, you do have to deal with a lot of the things the streamers have to deal with and make less money. I'm talking about on a consistent basis. I don't mean, you have to do some of the things the streamer does, but only like for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours out of your 8-hour shift or 9-hour shift. He's talking about straight 9 hours. But what I will say is he can't say, well, he can say it all he wants, but I just personally don't agree with it. When he says it doesn't suck the soul out of you the same way, because when I leave my job, my soul is gone. I mean, like, I'm ready to fucking start drinking when I leave my job because of how stressful it is. And the things and shenanigans I have to deal with and put up with, just like some of y'all may have to. So I don't agree with him saying it like the jobs don't suck. Like, a job is a job. We all work at a job and we strive to find a career. That's what all of our end goals are. And or well, I changed my mind. Mine is not to find a career. Mine is to just, be comfortable, be able to live comfortable and not have to struggle, live, paycheck to paycheck, and not have to deal with all the shenanigans and BS that goes on. When you're a streamer and you hear a lot of the same issues that they all complain about, the death threats. I mean, how often do you guys get death threats? I mean, I got like 1 or 2, but not from streaming, but like in like real life situations. But nevertheless, how often do you guys have to deal with death threats? How often do you have to deal with people 9 hours out the day trying to battle you or one up you? How often do you guys have to deal with maybe the cops barging into your house and swatting your house because people decide they want to play a prank on you? Or even just the pranks in general. How many times do you have to deal with people trying to expose you on the internet? How many, how often do you have to deal with a hate mob? Or your face out there and now in the newspapers because, or maybe a blog because people just don't freaking like you and want you to just absolutely leave the goddamn earth. I can tell you, I don't have to deal with any of that shit. I really don't. And I work a pretty tough job. And I really do. And I really don't have to deal with all that stuff. And I'm going to say 9 times out of 10, majority of you guys do not have to deal with it yourselves. I just don't see where the hate is. People don't understand. Once you get into people tend to go into positions or go into debates with the mindset of, I know what it's like to be in your shoes. I know what it's like to be in your position. Or I just know what you're saying just isn't the truth. When in all reality, you guys don't. So I'm going to give you guys a little quick story and then I'm going to wrap it up. So in one of my jobs, I was transferring to a position, it happened to me twice and I learned my lesson the second time it happened. Unfortunately, it took me 2 times. And I thought that moving up, getting a promotion, and then doing a specific job that they gave me, which was basically, if any of you guys ever ran a receiving department or worked in a receiving department, I had to run that and a freight team. And I thought it was going to be easy because I had the experience of, being on a freight team, but never running it. I just thought that's all it really took. And I thought receiving was just receiving trucks. And to be honest with you, I didn't know the full extent of the position until I got into that position and realized that there was way more to it than I thought. It was more than meets the eyes. And I had a reality check. I'm telling you, every day I went into there and I was ready to quit. I was like ready to quit. I was by myself majority of my time, and I couldn't even leave. My shift was supposed to be 12 to 9. Half the time I didn't leave until 11 or 1, at night. And it really did suck. And then me just going into that position thinking it was going to be a cakewalk, it was going to be a breeze, let me know that, it doesn't matter. It really just does not. Like, your mindset is just so flawed. You just absolutely think something's going to be easy. It's going to be a cakewalk. It's going to be a breeze until you have to deal with the difficulties of that position. And then you find out that there's more to that position than you thought. And then it happened again. I thought that all the experience and all the talent I gained from being in that position for, I think, over a year, I thought I can bring it to another 2 departments that I was going to run. And I thought that would be easy. But now I'm running a department where I have to, do some receivings work. I have to also cater to customers. I have to cater to other departments while also running my own 2 departments, and then running the staff I had in the departments and making sure that they were working. And obviously, and then a lot of the associates I worked with just couldn't get the licenses to actually use some of the tools in that department. And the call outs, and then you constantly by yourself, so a lot of the ideas you come with have to fall to the wayside, because you can make a list and then there could be other things that just happen abruptly to ruin that list. So you have to push your list off, and then sometimes you're just constantly pushing your list off, and you're pushing your list off, you're pushing it off and off and off. You're just constantly pushing that list off because there's so many fires that are going on that you have to take out. And then maybe you have a higher up that wants you to do something else, and then now you got associates with issues that you have to deal with. You know what I mean? We think we know, but we absolutely do not know. We really don't. We just absolutely do not know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes or another position until we are actually in those shoes or in that position. And I'll be honest with you, there's always an exception to the rule. There are some people where these things just are easy to them. For some reason, these guys are just magicians. It's just easy to them. And I can tell you right now, to those people, I wish I could be just like you, and I'm sure a lot of us wish we can be like you. And all I gotta say is, rub your legs together and give us a little bit of that pixie dust, bro. Because we need it. We ain't trying to struggle no more. But anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think. Give me you guys' opinions. If you dislike it, you dislike it. If you like it, subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys next time.